Yeah, but tomorrow I have an appointment at a traditional Chinese medicine doctor named Dr. Guo, who I've been to in the past. And also, so we were talking about this earlier. It seems a bit like wizardry,
Ooh.
and I don't like that part of it.
What type of medicine is it exactly?
Traditional Chinese medicine.
So now, what does that
TCM.
mean?
That means that they believe in meridians and,
I got acupuncture
now
one time.
Ling doesn't know anything about this. Now fuck off.
I went through a long period of like trying out because like I didn't trust the medical system at all. And remember,
I still don't.
For a while, I think
all.
we were very alike in that you almost got a little bit like too metaphysical with your health thinking sometimes. You know? And it was like
I don't know if I have yet though. Honestly, I think I have constraints that have not allowed me to actually access what I think that I should be able to access.
Okay, first stop, psychiatrist. Then you can start worrying about all this other shit.
Nope. First stop, placebo effect. If anyone can ever explain this to me, how do people cure themselves by getting nothing? This has to be explained to me.
If there's no metaphysical aspect.
If you get the fake pill and still cure a disease, how is this happening? If somebody can explain the placebo effect and the nocebo effect, because that's another one.
I always thought that a big factor was maybe like lessening stress and like thinking, because if you're thinking positive, you're lessening stress and maybe your immune system is able to take care of shit better. But then if that's the case,
then we know that that's a cause of disease. So if you could just intentionally lessen the stress the same way, then your disease goes back.
Do you ever think about that? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Everybody always talks about how bad stress is. And I'm like,
oh, it's terrible.
I am like fucking gonna die any minute then.
Oh, I've never been stressed. I'm fucking even, dude.
Your even keel has gotten creepier over the past few weeks, I gotta say. I feel like, maybe you should be going... Yeah,
a little keeled.
You should be,
get a little keel. For fuck's sake, what's going on?
You should keel out a little.
I should not. No,
just as long as you don't keel over, pal. Do you have a will?
Don't worry about that.
Okay. But no, I went to a homeopathic doctor.
Yes,
years ago. Because I just assumed, because it was weird, that it would work or be right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just because it's an alternative to the fucking mainstream. And we all, in our circles, just inherently are like, well, the mainstream's obviously bullshit.
Then I started reading about it. And I was like, this is fucking complete and utter nonsense. It makes zero sense at all.
Yeah.
And again, you'll find about a lot of these stuff, it has the same rate of success as placebos.
Yes.
Always,
well, that's...
So that's... It basically just is nothing. I mean...
But also, so does... mainstream medicine has a worse fucking... rate of success than placebo. It doesn't make any sense.
Success, it depends. If you're talking about like fixing a broken leg, they're great.
That's a different thing.
Yes.
Now, Western medicine, I do believe in as far as surgeries. Now, I think those are overdone. I don't know if I've ever told this story on here. I
don't know. You've told a handful of unnecessary surgery stories, but let's see what you got.
When my older siblings were young, one of my sisters, I won't name her, but she's in here sometimes. She's possibly a general. Had developed a tumor in her leg. Correct.
Sorry, sometimes it just strikes me how stupid our show is.
I know, it's idiotic. It's so fucking stupid. But yeah, so she had a tumor in her, a lump, and they brought her to the doctor and was like, hey, what the fuck is this? And the doctor proceeded to, and then this is probably like in the fucking late 70s, early 80s. No, late 70s for sure. But the doctor was like, okay, we're going to have to test this. We're going to have to do a biopsy, blah, 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 blah. So they had, my sister in there doing all these tests. Then they come to the conclusion that surgery is necessary. And it's not to take it out. It's to cut her leg off.
Really?
Yep. An amputation. They were trying to tell my dad this. My mom and dad are in the office.
Holy shit.
And this doctor's explaining to my dad, and my dad is sitting there listening to him. Now, they didn't know who the fuck my dad was. And at the end of his spiel, my dad goes, okay. He goes, I'm just going to tell you this. if you cut my little girl's leg off, I'm going to cut both your hands off.
He said that to him?
And she still has both her legs. So there we go, folks. It wasn't real. They would have cut my sister's leg off. Because it was bullshit, because a surgery is like, at that time, probably like $15,000, but not doing anything is, no money.
Jesus
and
Christ.
So it didn't happen.
I always forget about that, because that's like more of that's kind of an old school medical like thing too. I don't think.
Surgeries were like superfluously done.
I always forget about that part of the history of it. Just because they would do anything.
Because most people will be like, oh my God, okay, save her and just whatever. But not my dad. My dad was like, okay.
All right. You know what you need to do? You need to put his leg on his arm. That's what. Like, if I was an evil doctor,
you like your hands.
If I was an evil doctor, I'd like at least have a sense of humor about it. You know what I mean? I would. Like do something. Have people do it in installment plans. Like,
we're gonna take off fingers first.
Well, because I'm gonna have to amputate your arm, but you're gonna come in.
It's got to go in steps
over the course of 6 months. Just do it like 2 inches at a time. That's so hilarious to me.
No, but I do have to. My dad's old now.
Sure.
Don't tell him I said that, because he'll cut my hands off. But
has he ever seen our show?
No.
What do you think he would think? What do you think, we're idiots? Like,
he knows I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.